But the punches never stop and the excitement is always ringside. Get ready to step into the world of boxing like never before. Join us as we dive deep into the stories, strategies, and showdowns that make boxing the ultimate sport of champions. From knockout interviews with legendary fighters to ringside roundups of the biggest matchups, we've got you covered with expert analysis and insider insights. So lace up your gloves, grab a ringside seat, and get ready to experience the thrill of the fight. This is the 10-8 Podcast. Yo, what's the deal? It's your boy Norris. This is the 10-8 Podcast with my co-host, my man. What's that? Cuerno de Chivo?
Yeah, Cuerno is like Cuervo, Jose Cuervo, but it's Cuerno de Chivo. It means horn of the goat because on the AK-47, the clip hang down like the horn of a goat.
Okay. Okay.
And that's the slang for a Mexican Spanish when they be like, "Do you have a Cuerno de Chivo?" That's an AK-47.
Shit, I didn't even know that shit.
Yeah, but Mexican kid told me because a Mexican guy gave me the name because he seen me hitting the reflex bag and he was like Cuerno de Chivo, and I was like, "What that mean?" He was like, and I was like, "Oh snap, that's my name," and I spell it with a K because I'm African. My last name King. Hey,
well, what's the word, my guy?
You know what it is? Cuerno de Chivo de Oro. The all gold AK-47 is in the building with my guy Street Star Norbs. What we doing?
Yo,
you see the ruckus?
No, yeah. Listen, that's what I was about to get into now. Like, it's been kind of crazy. It's like everybody was getting on Ryan Garcia for being a nut and doing all this crazy stuff and trolling and all this stuff, and people were saying he was out of his mind. But it seems like ever since that fight, he looked the most sane, and everybody else lost their mind. I mean, I just watched Bill Haney and Floyd Mayweather go at it, which was crazy. That shit went left, and Eddie Hearn. But let's start off with the Floyd Mayweather Bill Haney shit. It seems as if, and this is just me right now, Bill Haney is in what's it called? What mode is that? It's damn, what's the saying? It's kind of basically it's a savior fighter. It's damage control. He's in damage control mode right now, and he's been talking the most for his son. Devin spoke, but Bill was the one to take it to online and call out Floyd and call out individuals and speak on different things. And he was really out there. I mean, he's the one that initiated the and put out there that he made Floyd, his son made Floyd quit. Whatever reason they have beef, I don't know why. And it almost seemed as if when I seen Floyd and him on the live, it almost felt like Floyd was like, "Yeah, let's talk about it." And Floyd waited and wasted no time in saying, "Do you need help with your son?" Which infuriated. It infuriated Bill Haney to the point where Bill Haney came out and said, instead of giving all these bitches your money and let them trick on you, maybe you should take care of your kids. And that infuriated Floyd. And
that was just that don't even make sense because they are part of a trust fund. They automatically
100%. But I guess with his daughter Yaya stabbing the baby mother, facing dad, and
when your kids get grown, they do what they want.
And that's what Floyd was saying. But
my daughter 21.
It definitely pissed Floyd off, and they started going back. Even Bill was on some like, my name from the streets, what I do. And Floyd was like, "What that?" Like it was like a threat, and it was like, "Oh shit!" I'm like, "Yo, Bill is."
You can't play them games with somebody with that type of capital.
100%. But forget that. Like just how they're dealing with this shit right now is absolutely crazy, man. And some people are like, and this is all revolving the fight. Even the Eddie Hearn and Oscar De La Hoya stuff is revolving the fight because Haney. Eddie Hearn, he has a deal with the Haneys, and he was calling for a rematch, and Oscar was like, nah, no, we're not doing that. And, you know, the Garcia family felt a little slighted by Eddie Hearn and them. And Oscar De La Hoya had a beef with Eddie Hearn beforehand. So this is kind of getting really messy at this point. Like,
spicy.
I mean, what? Oscar was like, yo, you're wasting the zone's money. Stay at Europe. Let the Americans do what the Americans do over here. It was crazy because, you know, Eddie, I've seen where De La Hoya in the past has taken shots at the zone and Eddie Hearn specifically. And this is all through the fallout of the Haney versus Garcia fight. But let's start off with the Bill Haney and De La Hoya thing. I mean, Bill Haney and I got to take my hat off to you because in that same interview, or they were on with somebody, I think it was Mill City. I think if I'm not 100%. Floyd said what you said on the show the other night about him not throwing punches the correct way to throw power. He's leaving his jab out there. Like you basically stated, and you guys can go back on the episode, that power comes from technique. And that's what Floyd was saying. And he's like, his technique is off. And he basically called him out as a trainer. And it's crazy. You were the first person I saw call Bill out as a trainer. And basically was like, yo, like, you know, you never did this type of thing. And Devin needs help. I'm here to help him if he needs it. So, I mean, what was your take on that Bill Haney versus Floyd thing?
I'm gonna say I'm like I want to be serious, but it's gonna be some people might laugh, but
Okay.
I don't know him personally, but I've talked to him.
And who's that?
Bill Haney.
Okay.
Several times. A friend of a buddy of mine that I know out here, he actually know Bill. He tried to call Bill to see if I could be a part of what they doing to try to help Devin.
So
Because
you
everybody,
camp.
yeah, somebody was actually trying to get me to help coach Devin. And they declined. I never take them things personally because I know I'm not everybody's cup of tea.
So hold on, you said you declined? Why did you decline?
I didn't decline. They declined.
Okay.
Yeah,
What was the reason given?
I know why they gonna decline, because when I get up in there, bro, you got to sit your ass down. I keep saying it. When I come into play, the Leo, you have to sit your ass down because you don't know what the fuck you doing. And I don't play games like that with people's kids. I don't even play with my own kids. I had my own daughter in the gym getting really shooting out the jab, like how you do it, like elbows in, tuck, turning the wrist. Like, secondly, E40 stated this: land and soil jurisdiction, 1849, California. It became a state, a corporate entity in 1850. Land and soil, town business. E40 said that the Bay, which is Oakland, the capital, the seat of the Bay, created the word player hater. Why? Because they stay hating. I live out here. They really do it different, bro. It's a different country state. It's not New York, bro. It's not Ohio. It's not Florida. It's California. I'm an Ohio player. They be player hating. Not all of them, but they have their ways out here, bro. That's why they can't come up. And when Bill got on there, everything you do out is really how you feel with seeing. He really don't like himself because he wanted to box. I heard Sugar Ray Leonard was his favorite fighter.
Mm-hmm.
That means he wanted to be like Sugar Ray, because I did too, because he my favorite fighter. So we have something in common. But dude, if you in this past era, in the Iron Age, niggas really thought they can get out here and do something they never did. And if boxing is a science and you never did it, then you don't know it. And if you name 10, 5, or 2 guys that, yeah, what about this guy? Most of the guys and the coaches you naming had amateur backgrounds, and in the past, amateurs didn't fight with headgear. That's a new thing. So that was damn near a pro. So that means it don't matter if you was in the amateurs, you had to encompass defense because you didn't want to get knocked out, because amateurs didn't used to wear headgear. We both know that because you know your boxing shit. So when I'm watching these fights and Floyd, you got to understand, man, Floyd is a genuine guy. He been knowing Devin ever since he was a baby. They both feel like they Devin's daddy. You got a biological, don't they say in the Bible? You got a biological father, then you got a godfather.
Mm-hmm.
Floyd is the godfather of boxing amongst all peers. He has become that due to, and now you can see his intelligence. See, people forgot that you got to be intelligent to know boxing. The nigga literally was explaining, listen, Dev, if you're going to keep the hand out, the reason why he's planning to keep the hand right here is just in case the man fast and you're not fast enough to go from here to here, even though that's only a couple inches. Because Ryan is a catalyst. He a Leo. He fast. He a cat. You see, he going to have like cat-like reflexes. Like, it's just, that's his alchemical state.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as he shoot the jab, you'd be like, all right, shit. I was in there with Amir Khan, but I'm faster than Khan. So when Khan get his jab, and I'm left-handed, so this hand going block. But when you right-handed or right hand, and you get conventional, when they fast, you gotta kind of hold it right here. And when he feint the jab and throw the hook, you don't lift this up and be pulling back and doing all of that. The chin stay down. You go right here, you just do this. That don't take no time. How you supposed to teach somebody that small? That is not even what Floyd said. Floyd was just telling him, stop doing this. I'm telling him without punching, you can just go from here to here. And you're not going to get hit with the hook. Now, you can see that on tape that my chin is not exposed, and I'm actually going like this. My hand is open in the glove, too. If you never box, how you going to tell somebody that, bro? How you gonna tell somebody that detail? Hey, Dev, man, let's hold on, calm down. Now we gotta respect the speed. We in the real game now. It's money on the line in your life. Put the hand out in front, Paul with the jab, and then as soon as he shoot the jab out, take a small step back and tuck your chin and bring you. That's not. And how is you saying in the press conference that all he got is a hook? And then at the end of the fight, the conclusion was you fell asleep on the hook.
Yeah, that's crazy. That is crazy.
That don't how Bill Haney. Shout out to Trusting God on my channel. How Bill Haney, I hope you can hear this. How are you disrespecting the man your son was supposed to be the next one of? He wasn't supposed to be the next Bill Haney. He was supposed to be the next Joy Mayweather Jr. And you disrespecting somebody your son was emulating. And he let his daddy train. He let his tribe get into the DNA of your son. And you disrespecting that? How are you gonna win, bro? You literally disrespecting somebody that taught your son the game. You never bite the hand that feed you, bro. And this ain't personal with me. It's just the things more just common sense. How then in turn, why would you keep going and saying, yeah, we whooped him in the gym and we did that? Man, no, you didn't, bro. You didn't. That never happened, bro. I seen Floyd in person sparring. You never did none of that in no gym with no Floyd, my G. Never. It never happened. Like when they used to say Earl was getting off on Floyd in the gym, that never happened. My man Will Clemens seen every sparring session. He said, listen, bro, that never happened like that. He said as soon as Floyd got in shape after 2 sessions. The next session, he said Floyd dominated him every session. I seen Floyd spar, bro. Listen, Floyd, Al, it's literally, well, you might not know it, but Al Heyman stopped the fighters in PBC from sparring Floyd in his camps because he was ruining niggas. See, niggas don't know that. He ruined some niggas, and I ain't gonna say it on here, but he ruined a cat from Florida. He ruined Setu Powell. Like, Floyd will ruin you in sparring, bro. He has crazy power. I'm telling you, it's crazy. You know how when you hit somebody and they got that deep, boo, like, bro, he be hurting people. You see how he was hitting the bag when Anthony Joshua was watching, and he was hitting the bag with the jab, and it looked at unreal, bro. I seen that in person, cause it's not. You gotta take your life more serious. And then, why are you arguing with a man that got more capital, talking about you from the streets and all? Like, bro, what is going on? Listen, you gotta get it to clean it up.
Let's bring it back to Bill. Basically, Floyd was calling him out for.
You need help with your son?
Yeah, I mean, and there's a lot of people that my man right here, just shout out to my man Dante Hollis, but my man King Boog just said Bill Haney's not it. He wants to be Floyd Senior and Jeff without the experience. Do you feel like, and this is a lot of people starting to say it, Bill Haney let him down? Now let me add to that real quick.
I said that first.
Let me add to that. There's audio of the interview that Ryan Garcia did, right? And he said that he felt bad for Devin during the fight and knew that he was done. And he said you see him talk to Bill, and he's like, "Yo, stop the fight. I'm gonna hurt your son." Like, he's done. And Bill didn't stop the fight. Do you feel like Bill should have stopped the fight at that point?
Remember, I said this, like, remember when we was talking about this and he was like, damn, I ain't think about that like that. And I was like, when you're a professional, your corner has to be professional.
Yeah.
So it's like, if your corner doesn't never box before, how would he know to stop it? He not gonna know. He gonna be like, he all right. And then my homie Ramon, who in the corner with him, who be doing the pad work, he know he should have threw the towel in or something, but he's soft. So he ain't gonna do nothing. He just a yes man. So it's just like, you can't. This is why Floyd, then we go back to Floyd. He say, you need to clean up your circle. I'm not saying get rid of your dad. I'm saying clean your circle up, because you don't need no yes man around you. You need somebody who's gonna hold you accountable so you can keep feeding your family by making the money, by fighting and putting on good entertainment, staying safe, getting these guys out of there. But you're not supposed to be, he not gonna be the same. Remember, his weight was drained and he was getting punched by somebody big.
I don't think his weight was necessarily drained. I think he ballooned up to about 160 as well. But
no, I'm talking about Devin was drained.
Oh, Devin, yeah. I don't know. I mean, maybe.
No, listen, ballooning up. Listen, Devin is a 130-pound fighter.
Yeah.
He's not a just because you eating, that means you once again, you not listen. If the WBC is 15 pounds, then before you even fight, you should know, I can't, if I'm fighting at 140, I cannot go above 161. I shouldn't be doing that. But he's doing it because he know he can't take the shots. So he's trying to eat up and lift and do all of this shit and then cut the weight. That I did it. It hurts your body. You be weak. But if you can punch, you can punch. When I was weak, I still was going to smoke you. I was coming from 168 to 150, 149. And then blowing back up to 168. Looking unreal in the ring, bro. Looking crazy. Diesel. Niggas was not trying to get to work, bro. And if you don't have power, you don't have power. That's because he's trying to, listen, this is how he always was going to be. If he was at 130, it's niggas there. 135, it's definitely niggas there. 140, it's nowhere he can turn where they ain't going to smoke his boots. You just got to get your boots smoked, bro. See, that's where boxing and starts. See, I seen this with Triple G. Like, why he calling out little guys? He said he'll fight anybody from 154 to 68. He never did it though. I heard what he said. He never did it because he didn't want to get his boots smoked. He knew he didn't have defense. Like, you telling me these niggas don't know they don't be getting hit in their face? That's why he calling out, man, I want to fight Pacquiao. Man, shut up. You're not trying to fight nobody. I can see how they move these guys in their career. Listen, it's a wrap for all daddies. If you never box, you should have a seat. T.O., listen, Jerron is close.
You don't give Bill credit for getting him where he's at now. I mean,
no, because boxing, Bale didn't box. I did that. Devin learned on the job like Sean Porter. Who else did Bill build up? Who else did Sean Porter's dad build?
okay.
Kenny. Who else did Virgil Hunter build? All they fighters got their pack busted.
So do you think Devin is going to?
One more. Floyd Sr., when you trained with him, you was the better fighter. When Oscar trained with Floyd, even Oscar said Floyd Sr. was his best coach. When Chad Dawson was with Floyd Sr., he was a problem. That is a fact.
So you think moving forward, you think that do you think Devin makes the decision to add another trainer in his corner, or do you think his dad steps to the side and says, "Let me get some help in this situation," or do you think his pride is going to kick in?
That's up to them, for real. I can't even say, the ego and money is the root of these problems.
I got another question. This was interesting. I seen Robert Garcia. He did an interview, and he said that even though Brian didn't win the belt, that because Devin lost, that he should be giving up the belt, and that's what he said, that the belt should be vacant. He said
he should vacate the belt and take. I said he should vacate the belt and take a year off.
But he said it's in the rules. He said that it's in the rules that even though you lost, the other person doesn't get the belt, but you lose the belt. That's what Robert Garcia said. Now I don't know how true that is.
Listen, bro. I have to say it's true. He was an actual fighter. Listen, these fighters know the rules. Robert, you talking about Mikey's big bro?
Yeah, yep.
Yeah, no, you got to take that. You got to take that.
I never knew that, and I'm saying
crazy.
Yeah, and I'm saying I'm like, my man thought this was building to the background.
Common sense, though.
Yeah, I mean, it's
when you think about common sense and contractual boxing, if you just really think about it, even though I didn't make weight, even though he bust my pack, I really got to get this up because ain't nobody gonna want to fight for it.
I seen a video of Devin Haney was out with his family, and they had like this cake, and they were like in a club, and they were celebrating that he's still the champion. And now, in my opinion, it looked really depressing, to be honest with you, because I was like, I know they try to cheer him up. This man just got beat into oblivion. I don't care if he keeps the belt or not. It felt,
make sure his health is good.
It felt like a pity show. Like they was like, and I'm sitting there, and it's kind of crazy to me because people are blaming the weight, and I said Regis Prograis said, "Yo, he did it to me, and nobody cared. He showed up at 165 over 140. I was the bigger fight. I fought at a bigger weight division. He was way bigger than me, and it almost seems as if they're using that excuse, the Haneys."
I mean, even Devin, if he publishes on Twitter, he said that, and on Twitter, like, I would like to fight at the contracted weight. So he even felt like it was the weight.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Like, my thing is this: you're a fighter. If somebody shows up at 143 and balloons,
I'm gonna stop him. I don't give a fuck.
But no. What I'm saying is it that big of a difference, right? The weight. If you're not ballooning up, if you're not going up to 2. Why is that?
Because Roberto Duran beat Iran Barkley after he knocked out Tommy Hearns, and he wasn't no real middleweight. He busted his fucking pack. And then, and this is the thing. In boxing, you weigh what you weigh. It's not gonna make you hit harder. It's not gonna make you do nothing. You actually damaging your own body by doing it. It's the person who put the less stress on their body. This is when I actually became a vegan. Like, and I'm not advocating everybody and all it because everybody can't do it. But when I became one, listen, my weight, I weighed myself yesterday on my channel behind the John. Pause. I was 146. So just think about this. I never got that low when I was fighting. I only got to 150, 149. I got to 149 when I was going to take my last fight because I was vegan during a whole camp. And I didn't have to wear no sweat bags or nothing. Listen, if I had to be vegan to get that low, that means I'm a natural welterweight. I'm natural. If I was eating when I was a meat eater, bro, I was 170. That doesn't mean I'm a middleweight. Okay. You see where I'm going? That doesn't mean I'm a middleweight. Because once I regulated my diet, this is my natural body. Because this is how I was in high school. Like in my teens, my bad.
There you go. My man Dr. House says it wasn't the weight, it was Ryan just punched on him because they underestimated him. I'm with you, Dante. I'm with you about the underestimate him. But my thing is this: how do you underestimate Ryan Garcia, knowing you faced him 6 times? I don't listen. I don't know if
they didn't underestimate him.
Yeah,
they didn't underestimate him. They trained, bro. Like, listen, Devin and he be training. I'm not gonna take that. I'm not no hater. The nigga trained, bro. He be in there this is the thing. You can be training your heart out to learn horrible technique. It's not like you training from someone who actually knows. You see how the dude went to the dressing room and he was like, dog, when I got to the dressing room, Ryan and them was in there playing violin music and listening to church, and we had rappers coming in here, and he was like, damn, they got me. It's too late. He said it. He was like, damn, I went back to the room and was like, hey, bro, he over there chilling, bro. He in his zen. He mastered it. I thought, yeah, you thought.
Before the fight, I kept telling people, I said, listen, the only reason I had Devin possibly winning the fight was simply because I felt like he was more disciplined. I didn't think he was more talented than Ryan Garcia.
No, most definitely not.
And it's unfortunate because, you know, I feel like right now they're doing damage control. They're asking for a rematch, which would be, to me, is the stupidest thing they could ask for at this point.
It's crazy.
Stupid.
You're going to get his pack busted worse.
And I'm just like, asking for a rematch. Oscar's like, yo, kiss my ass. I'm not doing it. And it's creating now a rift between promotional companies, even if Devin earned his way back up. And honestly, the way he lost, I don't see anybody ever, you know, wanting to see that.
But the way he got, listen, it's for the fact that he was talking heavy and then got his pack busted. Like that, you can't be doing that. And his dad was writing too many checks and didn't have them B's to go with it.
Yeah. What do you think of the Oscar De La Hoya Eddie Hearn thing? They had like a beat before that. You know, they had like a little awkward moment on stage where Eddie Hearn kind of took a, you know, shot at him out or whatever. And then Oscar, you know, came out and tried to play nice and said, yeah, the zone is the place where championship boxing is, but he didn't really necessarily shout out what's his name? Eddie Hearn. But right after the fight, they were going at it. Like I'm talking about, it's online right now. Oscar really doesn't like Eddie Hearn. Has put out things about him. What was your take on that situation? I don't know if you've seen it.
Man, I ain't see it, but that's how I be in competition when your fighters be. You gotta say that Devin loss really burned him, so he was
invested. Eddie Hearn was definitely invested in him and
invested
damaged goods. You got damaged goods right now.
You got damaged goods, but then he do got some other fighters. So Eddie probably popping his jaw because a lot of PBC guys are coming to be promoted by Eddie. Get some European money.
I think Eddie also was contingent on getting that Gervonta Devin fight, and now because I even seen Gervonta say he could still get it, and I'm like, bro, don't nobody want to see that shit.
No, listen, nobody. Listen, the first thing people say is, "Hey, blood, Tank would have bop really hurting." That's
So
the first thing Tank would have really hurting.
he said, "Who does Ryan fight next?" He got a lot of options, honestly. I mean, I seen him. They were talking about him possibly fighting Pitbull, but he said that's going to be difficult to make. I guess because he's with PBC, right? And the Eddie Hearn situation. So we already know that. So that fight is not going to happen because of the Eddie Hearn Oscar De La Hoya beef, right? I'm assuming. Then he said Fundora at 154, and he said what was the other person? It was 3 people he posted, and Rolly, which I want to see the Rolly fight just for the entertainment aspect of the press conference and things.
I wouldn't mind seeing him in Fundora
at 154. Jesus,
yeah.
Fundora's a really tall person, bro. Like
I know Ryan ain't small though.
He's about 5'10".
Yeah, and Zoo ain't 5'10".
Nah, Zoo's like 5'8", I think 5'9".
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. And Fundora don't know how to keep nobody off of him, and he be trying to, and Ryan be punching, and that's why he's saying like, bro, I'll bust his pack for real, especially at 54, because he gonna fill out more. He ain't got to do all that. He ain't got to think about no weight.
Yeah, I mean Fundora. I mean that's what Ryan said he wanted to fight. I think
I wouldn't mind seeing it because it will be an action-packed fight because Fundora is he
lets his hand go. He lets it go. There was a supercard that's that just got released in LA, which is fire actually. Now, but you know what's crazy?
I told niggas going for undisputed again. I told people this. I said, dog, he can be a 4-time undisputed champion. Nobody can really beat him at middleweight either.
I'll tell you this right now. In regards to that fight, that fight to me, just being honest, is the worst fight on the card. Like, bro, that Virgil Ortiz Tim Tszyu is crazy.
That's crazy.
Crazy. Like, that should be the headliner. I'm not Bud's fight. That's all
Bud is gonna bust dude's pack.
Bro, Isaac Cruz versus Jose Valenzuela. Rayo, that's Rayo, right?
Yeah.
Rayo,
that's gonna be a good scrap.
I'm gonna be honest. I think Isaac Cruz is gonna hurt him. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No, facts. It's still gonna be a good scrap because they about to be punching in there.
Andy Ruiz versus Jarrell Big Baby Miller. That's a good one.
That's a good fight.
Then you got David Morrell's back. You know what I mean?
The crazy part, I just mentioned Andy Ruiz not too long ago on somebody else's John, and they was like, "No, he ain't fought." And I'm like, "No, he do."
That's a good fight, him and Big Baby. And then you got Andy Cruz versus Antonio Moran. This is a really good card. It goes down August 3rd, 2024 in LA.
And I might go to that. Listen, it's a 90% chance I'm gonna be there.
Shit, I'm down with that. That's a really good fight. Like literally a really good card. This is definitely the best card of the year. I'm gonna be honest with you, and it's crazy how they got Bud on the card as well. So somebody was saying that because of the promoters, Bud, they were scared that Bud may not even do the fight. But shout out to Turkey Al Sheikh for
why wouldn't Bud do the fight? He an independent contractor.
He I thought he just signed it to somebody. I was watching an interview. That was
they just he ain't really signed. They just be backing him. Bud is free. He just could go any. That's why he wasn't locked in to PBC or nobody. He just do his own thing, but he had that company backing him too.
Virgil Ortiz versus Tim Tszyu.
See, I really want to see that because Virgil Ortiz, I heard, had rhabdo.
Had what?
That's why he was out. Rhabdo.
What the hell is that?
That's rhabdo. I think it's like rhabdomyolysis or something like that.
I don't know what the hell it is. What I know is that he has
What is
21-0, 21 knockouts or some shit like that. He has 100% knockout rate. Like that's crazy.
Yeah, it's called rhabdomyolysis. It's a condition in which damaged skeletal muscle breaks down rapidly, often due to high intensity exercise over a period of time, and you don't watch and you don't take heed into your fluid intake. It's a real he had rhabdomyolysis because that's why he's been off so long. His body broke down and he had to it's when you get muscle atrophy because you don't be they be working out so hard, and he went in his diet too, and that's what I'm saying, the weight cuts, and he was growing, but then somebody said he had rhabdomyolysis.
Is that the reason he went up to 154? Because he was at 147 for a long time, and then he ended up going up to 154. Is that possible as well?
That's why he going up there.
Oh, but I didn't even know that's insane. But that is a crazy. That card is absolutely no. I want to go. I ain't gonna
That's
lie.
a good card. Turk, the Sheik, the Shea Hum. He doing it with that one, and Bud getting his bread, and Bud saying, but listen, that Bud doing what he got to do. Just happen to have a belt. He's gonna bust his pack, but Bud gonna have some good fights at 54.
Oh, there's a lot of good fights for him. Fundora, you got
he going for undisputed. So who got the belts?
Fundora has one of the belts.
Yeah, he about to get stripped though.
Charlo still have a belt? Why did he get stripped Fundora? I'm not following.
Because he's supposed to be fighting Bud next.
So because he didn't take the fight, they're gonna strip him?
Yeah. If he ain't getting the fight, they're gonna strip him. And plus his nose broke.
Wow. So I know he had the belt. Doesn't Charlo still have one of the belts, or did he vacate?
No, they all vacated.
Really?
Yeah, hold on. Let me look it up real quick because I know the 54. It's some folks. It's some decent folks. I want to say Carlos Adames, or is that 60?
A lot of good fighters at 154. I'll tell you that.
No, especially the ones who got the belt.
I'm not familiar with the guy Bud is fighting, though. You?
Yeah. He gonna get his pack busted. He just awkward.
I mean, he only got like 10 fights as a pro.
Yeah, he probably had a large amateur background, and that because Bomac said that he'd been watching that guy since the amateurs. So that means he had a large amateur background, and Bomac is not to be played with. Shout out to Bomac for being one of the greatest coaches to ever live. Bomac got a lot of good people in his stable too. He got another guy named Troy Isley who's stupid nasty, bro. Pause. He be doing nasty work to niggas in the ring. You gotta peep Troy Isley, bro. 154. He is nasty, bro. That's why Bud know he about to, cause Troy Isley over there, bro. That nigga nasty in the ring, bro. Pause. He be breaking niggas down. He good.
Well, let me get to these kids, man. I'm gonna try to get on tonight or something like that, Troy.
No, it's all good, bud. Just hit me
got earlier, but I had to deal with some stuff. But Saturday we back on. I'm off anyway. We could get it rocking.
No, it's good.
Let's get.
I was about to just give you the 154-pound list real quick.
Who's the champs?
Before you get off, hold on.
I know.
You got Sebastian Fundora. The IBF is vacant. Oh man, no, yeah, it's a wrap because he about to fight Israel Madrimov, and then Fundora got the WBC and the WBO, and the IBF is vacant. So Bud about to be undisputed at 54 in like 2 fights.
Wow.
2 or 3 fights. Because after he fight Israel, buzz his pack, he gonna be getting in there on Fundora next. And if he don't fight him next, he gonna get stripped. And then Zoo about to fight Virgil Ortiz. Whoever win that, then they gonna be looking to get to work with Bud.
All right.
So Bud might be getting work with Virgil if he could be Zoo or Zoo. That's a good fight. I want to see that. Hey, listen, we got to talk about that when you get some time.
All right, bro. We out of here, man. My man.